All right, the button has been pressed. The light has turned green. It's 2:30 rather than 1 o'clock. We are all set to go here for another Super Robot Sundays here on Sound Goblin Gaming as we continue our playthrough of SD Gundam G Generation Overworld. Got off to a little bit of a late start today, but we've done some back-end administration. Pretty much our entire team is now full up on option parts. There'll be some upgrades as we unlock better versions of those, but for now, much more powerful setup going into this.
Yep.
I'm, as always, Bograt.
I am the Krampus.
I'm Shiv.
And I'm Vincent.
And we're going to get rolling with the D stages. We'll probably only get through one today just because of time frame. But, yeah.
Yep.
A storm raging through.
Let's see. We already did Solomon, Stardust, so this is the other parts that are vaguely rememberable at best. At least I think we did Solomon in this.
I believe we did, but also keep in mind this game will revisit stuff.
I don't remember the Big Zam showing up, which would be the main thing to remember about Solomon.
Well, we haven't done...
The Stardust.
Solomon. we haven't done
Solomon
1 year.
I have returned.
Yeah, we haven't done
lie.
1 year Solomon.
We did do Solomon. I returned.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fairly certain we've done that part.
Yeah, we
at
did
least.
that. We did Stardust Memory. And
But again,
Elgato attacking the
whole fleet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, this game will occasionally revisit stuff since it's all kind of being remixed and slammed together anyways. It's not super common. I think it only does it once or twice, but...
Yeah, this is the ending X. That was one hell of a pistol shot. Right, Gato defeats Basket 4 turns.
Yeah. Bask is in the back there on the Columbus.
Yeah. What skill do we have? That's neat.
A free capture.
Be useful. Let's see. Okay, that has stuff. Oh. All of them have stuff. Set bat. Oh no, wait. Yeah, it's just that. Okay, yeah. Right in there.
The front yeah, stuff.
Yeah, the front line has stuff. Alright.
It's to Jovi.
And coexists. Okay.
Enemies. Just kick the shit out of them.
No, I'm just gonna ignore his existence.
I don't know.
You're not getting close enough to do anything.
For the true Stardust memory experience, Nina going "Ko" a lot.
And you are going to want to have somebody go deal with the Dendrobium, because it will take shots at people. Got a big fucking cannon. I'm pretty sure it also has a map attack.
Makes sense, considering it has basically a battleship cannon.
I don't use this big stupid thing. Alright. Get this stupid thing out of the way.
It's not a bad unit. It just takes up so much fucking space.
Yeah.
It's just a 3x4? Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright.
It has a great attack of just a 3-target
Yeah.
line in front of it.
Yeah.
Again, it's a good unit. It's just a fucking 3x4. It takes up half the space of one of our fucking battleships.
Yeah. I'm fairly confident that we'll just kill this. Let's see. This is 6. You're just out of range of about everything you guys assist on. Okay. have left?
It has a fair amount left. The funnels on the Forever Gundam are not good.
The Forever Gundam's best attack is Gundam.
Yeah.
Range melee, so.
Well, yeah, but even in comparison to like, even not talking about like a best attack, I think its beam rifle is about the same as its funnels.
Funnels have range on their side.
Yeah, it's just the unlike most other units that have funnels and awakened weapons, the base power on the funnels for that thing are garbage. So
the funnels will also, assuming you actually have awakened, do more damage than the rifle will, just because the damage calculation for awakened weapons does freeze based on it. But it's not a significant difference.
yeah. Like, Lonnie's got a decent awakened stat. It's not one of our highest by any means, but she's not terrible. It's just...
I also don't remember if she has one of the new type or cyber new type or...
I think she has new type.
Or any.
I think she has new type.
Lonnie?
Yeah.
Not all the typical new type characters start with it. Like, Azure doesn't have new type, if I remember correctly, or something else. He gets it like 10.
Oh, no, she doesn't actually base, but I mean, she's got like a 67 awaken.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not a terrible awaken stat. It's just
So
the
fun. Coming from something.
the full cycle frame on the actual unit.
Yeah.
But like, she's got a good awaken stat. The funnels on the Forever Gundam are really bad. It is not intended to be a primary attack unit, like for new type stuff. So I will say, also, from sort of a administrative perspective, we have some things to consider as far as Super Robot Sundays go. Because, obviously, the plan for ever and ever has been to go from this into 30. But, and this is, again, all just opening up possibilities, discussing differences, whatnot. I don't know because I believe the plan was, Vince, you were going to be doing the playthrough of 30 as well.
Yeah.
If you wanted to have a break between then and rather than doing 2 games back to back for our Sunday streams, I am fairly certain either Krampus or I would be more than happy to do a playthrough of Gundam Breaker 4 as Super Robot Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing as that's going to be out in like 2 weeks. It'll be out well before we have finished Overworld here. And, almost certainly we will have completed at least one playthrough of it by then. So we'll have some info, some knowledge of how the game goes, all that kind of stuff. So that is something to discuss and plan on. And if not before 30, then we will almost certainly do it after 30, because if we're being real, we are unlikely to see another G-Gen game come out before then, just because SRW maybe, because we know they have been working on another SRW game. We just haven't gotten any real information about it. G-Gen, the only G-Gen game they've at all talked about is Eternal, and Eternal seems to have gone completely radio silent.
It was also like a mobile game. So
It was a mobile game. It was that whole thing, like we talked about it way back when it first came up, where it was like I was torn as to whether or not we would ever do it as a Super Robot Sundays, because it is a mobile game with gotcha elements, and I don't know that I want to promote that, yada, yada, yada. At this point, assuming it ever comes out, I would probably be okay with us doing Eternal. Again, dependent upon how it actually plays out as an actual game as well. If it plays very much like a traditional G-Gen game, just with those sort of gotcha elements, I would be pretty okay with it. But if it's like more akin to like a mobile game where any given scenario is going to be 10 minutes, it's like, nah, that's not really worth us.
if it's the issue that I had with Fire Emblem Heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like, I started Fire Emblem Heroes and was like, I just want to play actual Fire Emblem.
Yeah, pretty much.
All this makes me want to do is play actual Fire Emblem.
Yeah, it's like
and not the like three unit tiny map.
Yeah, it's the problem with stuff like Fire Emblem Heroes. I ran into it with they did something similar with my old school fantasy SRPG series, because they did a Growlancer one and a Langrisser, actually, and both of them were much the same thing, where it was like, okay, when I'm sitting down to play one of these, I don't want to play a mission that takes 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I want to play a mission that takes me an hour. Like,
I want a giant map and tons of enemies, not like I field 3 units and the enemy has like 4 or 5 units.
Yeah.
And the grid is like a 6x6.
yeah.
Move like 2. It's like, that's what I want. Just go play another Fire Emblem before I play it again.
I feel like they may have done like a Shining Force mobile game as well. I feel like I remember that being a thing, but I don't think I ever actually played. I don't think I ever even played that one. But yeah, so that's the considerations at this point. If assuming Eternal ever comes out, if it really plays like a real G-Gen game, then we will probably do it on Super Robot Sundays, even despite the, with basically a disclaimer every episode being like, gotcha mechanics are fucking scum. It's it's a bad game design. It's shitty. It's kind of money grubbing, but as long as the game is decent.
But this is the only form of G-Gen we're getting.
Yeah, so. Basically. But outside of that, if like assuming a new SRW has not come out by the time we're done with our playthrough of 30, which honestly is it's a complete possibility, even if we start 30 immediately after this, that playthrough of 30 is going to take a while. Oh, yeah. 30 is a lot of fucking game. But assuming a new SRW hasn't come out by then, and assuming G-Gen Eternal isn't out by then we will basically be doing Breaker 4 and 30 SRW 30. It's just a matter of which order we are doing them in. And then we also have other options for stuff to do at certain points, because like we could, as we've talked before, do like I think the series is technically titled Maiden Wars, even though it's actually really the Fairy Wars, the Toho ones.
I think so.
They are. It is titled Maiden Wars. It's the plots of the earlier Toho games, basically.
But yeah, we have the Maiden Wars games we could do. Development is continuing on, and we'll see how far it gets with that the HoloLive SRW game. That was actually pretty impressive. Added some interesting things to the SRW formula, like having elements, and basically every unit is 2 elements, and you can switch between them, in mid-battle to be able to do stuff. I mean, they released like the full first like chapter of 3, which is still a lot of content, but
yeah, they released a ton of stuff. And
I probably wouldn't want to do it on Super Robot Sundays until it's actually complete, though.
Like, they released a ton of stuff with like up to like X chapters basically fully done.
And the rest of it,
you can play past that, but like assets may be missing.
Yeah, assets may be missing. They're gonna have generic animations and stuff, but like, really impressive fan project. Honestly, it's definitely up there. Like, it's not Hollow Cure or Hollow Break, but also the dev for Hollow Cure and Hollow Break is out of their fucking mind. Although, based on a tweet, we may not be seeing Advent in Hollow Cure anytime soon. It's a sequence of 2 tweets. The first one being Googling how to draw Narissa Ravencroft, and the follow-up tweet, Jesus H. Christ. To which Narissa just responded, sorry. Yeah, interestingly, I'm kind of keeping an eye out now because the part of the whole thing with the HoloLive SRW fan game that's out there is that is also essentially made in conjunction with essentially the same dev, worked on effectively a toolkit for making SRW games in much the same way that there's like a toolkit for making like Pokemon fan games in like RPG Maker. They essentially are building a toolkit alongside their HoloLive SRW game to just be like, hey, if people want to make SRW fan games, I've kind of pre-compiled a bunch of, you know, libraries and mechanics and stuff, so you don't have to build it from the ground up. So if that takes off, we may see a lot more fan SRW games coming out, which I think would be really cool. Honestly, I've more than half considered trying to dive in myself and put one together.
Okay, it does not kill that.
at least partially because we're almost certainly never going to actually ever again get the Superhero Tyson series.
As a brief interjection for the mission stuff, we may need to weaken Seema and her ship in order to let let Gato get a press turn off of destroying her.
Oh, yeah. Let's see, what's she at now? Yeah, already.
13,
okay,
yeah.
You have already pre-seasoned. Got it.
Yeah, we have been smacking her. It's just a fucking Seema Garaho. She's not going down that easy.
Yeah.
And, like, the ship is, as you can see, already sparking, so.
Yeah.
Crap with both ships.
Sorry, did not mean to derail. Continue.
All right, I mean,
The ships we can just kill.
The primary discussion realistically should be about what's going on in the game. It's just at the moment what's going on in the game is the same shit we've seen 100 times before, so we're just kind of shooting the shit as we get to other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I have thought about it, and like if the toolkit is well developed enough, I may actually put some effort into doing like a Common Rider SRW.
Thinking Common Rider, we need to get back to watching
Drive, yeah. I mean, we will. It's just honestly at the moment I'm way more focused on EDF6.
A lot more EDF6, which is fair. EDF6 is really good.
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I love Drive. Drive is easily one of my favorite Kamen Rider series in total, and definitely one of my favorite of the Heisei era. But where I'm at right now, I'm like, not that I don't want to watch it, but it's like, I would not mind if we did not get back to watching it until we have completed our playthrough of EDF6.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it's so good. Yeah. To all of our no viewers, if you are at all a fan of, like, co-op action shooter, like third-person shooter kind of games.
Against just hordes and hordes of enemies.
Against just absolute massive hordes of enemies. Cannot recommend EDF6 enough. It's a series, the Earth Defense Force series is a series that most of our team have been fans of for fucking ever. I mean, God, that was... that was 360, right? That was the first one that we made, that we really played a ton of.
When I was in my early 20s, I found a copy of it at Best Buy when they got a bunch of orders from another like store in another region by accident. And so I bought a copy, and I think you bought another copy as soon as I showed it to you.
So I didn't buy a copy, but I want to say Shiv bought a copy because I never had a 360.
Yeah,
Right.
I bought it on 360.
Yeah.
No, I think we played split screen was the thing.
Well, yeah, we did play split screen, but that only needed one copy.
Right.
But yeah, we absolutely played the hell out of that game.
That was
played
in my
split screen.
early 20s that I first experienced EDF 2017. And the series has just only gotten better since then.
Well, life improvements, just general upgrades.
It expands in every possible way except for the engine, which is...
That's not true. The engine's doing much better.
The engine has been optimized heavily.
It's been optimized,
Like,
yes. They just haven't made any real changes to the engine.
Because they didn't really need to.
In like 4.1, there were tons and tons of like ants and stuff on the screen.
You fired like an explosive.
You fired like an explosive, especially like a cluster explosive. The game just stops.
Yeah.
For like 2 or 3 seconds to try to process. There's been basically no slowdown in 6.
No, not at all.
All right.
Yeah, cannot recommend enough. EDF6 is a fantastic game. Myself, Krampus, Shiv, and Hunter have been playing it basically anytime we have a free moment that we're not doing like streaming or like at work. Pretty much since it released, and yeah, it's just, again, as people that have played basically every entry in the series for the past almost 20 years, like, absolutely fantastic game.
The continuing evolution of, like, especially classes like Air Raider that went from like a weird thing where basically besides its most general weaponry, it's all like you have to kill enough enemies.
Yeah, it was like they were mostly Rangers but worse, except for every 2 minutes.
Yeah, so they had like fire support, mortar strikes and air strikes and that kind of stuff. But you had to kill X number of enemies, points worth of enemies before you could use them. Now they just have like basic artillery strikes as just regular cooldown attacks.
Yeah.
Summoned vehicles. Ranger has backpack slots and movement stuff now.
Yeah.
Push a lot of like grenade stuff off of actual weapons and into like grenade slots.
It is additionally very funny to me because one of the whole big things is like the series started as an intentional budget title.
Yeah.
It was part of the Simple 2000 series when it first got its start, or the Simple series. I don't know if it was a 2000. I think it might have been a 3000. But regardless, the whole point was it was like either 2,000 or 3,000 yen was the price point for the game when it started. And I have seen people complaining about like, oh, this shouldn't be a $60 game, and I'm like, no. If anything, this is probably the best $60 I've spent on a game in years.
Also, just how many missions there are.
Yeah, it's like 140 or something. It's ridiculous.
140.
It is extremely a case of like, based on just percentage completion rate, because we've each been playing a single class of the four. We're 50 some odd missions into the game, and we're at like 6% completion.
Like 5.5, I think. Yeah. It is based on the difficulty level you're doing it in.
It is.
Drops, but like, yeah, there's so much.
We are doing it at the highest difficulty you can access from the start of the game, so. And with this one, who knows? Maybe someday we'll lose our fucking minds after we complete our hard playthrough and actually do like an Inferno playthrough.
I'm doing it like a higher difficulty. There's a lot of crazy weapons.
Yes.
And like, there's a whole set of DLC weapons that are only in like level 100 ones, right?
Yes. Although they haven't actually released the full DLC packs for the US release yet.
I know that there's the 2 mission packs.
Yeah. Those are not actually available yet.
Yeah, he's fine.
Slugs are resilient. Just blasted him to a galaxy far, far away. You can set up a palace on a desert planet.
Jamatov Hyman sitting on his lap like Salacious Crumb.
Is it your mom? Oh! The ball sack.
I guess the thing he's flying also looks like a ball sack.
The one thing I really do like about the way the whole like generation break like signal stuff works in this game and just the setting is like they're never like thrown in there and like, wait, what the hell is going on? They always know exactly what's happening. Inexplicably.
Yeah, no one's confused that they're in the middle of like the Stardust memory colony drop. It's just like, no, I won't let you drop this colony out of the
We've been here the whole time. We're gonna stop Operation Stardust. I, Alejandro Corner.
And presumably, Setsuna's here to make sure it happens.
As far as I can tell, no, this is just happening on the side.
No,
Alejandro specifically said, I will stop Operation Stardust. Like he knew what Annabelle Gatto was here to do.
There he is. Mr. Bushido.
Graham, this is the worst time.
It's been 4 years. Wait, no, it hasn't. I'm confused.
Space is warped and time is bendable.
Mr. Bushido is Graham Aker?
Who could have guessed?
Well, that was your mistake for having Pride as a flag fighter to begin with. The fuck were you thinking?
That's like a soapbox derby champion getting mad at a NASCAR racer because the NASCAR racer beat him in a NASCAR car. You were at the wrong competition to begin with.
Drop the path of bloodshed.
Graham's on his bullshit again. I'll get the hot cocoa
Okay.
ready.
Simpson has to defeat Mr. Bushido, then Alejandro, but we don't have a time limit on it, so.
Nope. Secret get.
Yeah.
Somewhere over here. Jesus.
Hey. There's no way the joined units are going to be good. Maybe the stupid pods, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh, Ghost, yep.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense of their support unit being the ace.
Yep, the big rain.
Okay, you're out of range of everyone, but I'm assuming you can actually move and shoot.
Should be.
Yes. It is a mobile armor, not a warship.
Yep. This is the wrong battlefield.
That's why he's a secret. You never expect him to show up.
I mean, that's
I was
technically
just thinking that they could do, for one of the sets, depending on how many different storylines they want to pull in, 'cause I know they don't do a ton of the side story stuff for, like, UC. But based on the way they do the whole, like, combining storylines, they could have an entire, like, you know, A missions are entirely Abaku, and just every single side thing that happened in Abaku. You could probably fill up an entire set of missions with just the bullshit that occurs in Abaku throughout all the side stuff.
I was over there.
So somebody did actually like fill out a full how to play G Generation Genesis in chronological order. Which basically ends up with that because you play like 7 missions that are all Abaku.
Yeah.
And then like 4 that are all Solomon.
Because they had this huge obsession with making every single, like, side story
Show up and
also
out.
involved in Abaku somehow.
They were all either at Solomon or Abaku, one or the other, and sometimes both.
It's like, I understand it was a big, important mission, but some of these units have to have not made it.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing because even in the actual like timeline list they made, they literally just had a special like highlighted section that was just like, when you reach the end of this, you will be out of Abaku. It's seriously like 8 scenarios.
And I think every side story in that, short of like the next team, ends up in Abaku at some point.
Pretty much.
Like 8th and S team doesn't make it, and the one that takes place entirely in Australia doesn't make it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There are some leeways to be made too, because because a few of the scenarios have the thing where like the pre-mission scenario is like a thing, and then there's like a 2 or 3 month jump, and technically speaking, one of the other scenarios takes place in the between. So they were just kind of like, if that happens, we'll base it on. They base it on the main mission, like when the main mission takes place.
Yeah.
Just to make allowances, but it is like, it's so funny because it's like there are like 4 or 5 Solomon scenarios and then like 8 or 9 Abaku.
Like the other annoyance about all that Abaku thing is like basically all the side stories also involve Gundam, so it wasn't like there was the Gundam there. There was like
There were like
8 Gundams.
Yeah, there were like 10 Gundams in Abaku. I'm fucking praying the Gundam EX gets destroyed in the new series. You gotta stop, man.
Like either the Gundam EX gets destroyed in the new series, or somehow that new series brings it all the way to Abaku. So we can add another thing into Abaku. I do really like the idea of having it basically be a boogeyman for the entire series.
Yes, no. If they actually maintain that is going to be incredible, because like that's how it should be if you are telling the story from the Zeon perspective. I don't need to know or ever see who's piloting the Gundam. The Gundam is a fucking boogeyman. Like,
If it's an entire series of Kukurudoan's Island Gundam.
yeah, like it is straight up like, from the perspective of your average Zeon soldier, the Gundam should be more a force of fucking nature than
It's like, oh, a unit showed up.
yeah.
Now I'm just imagining other anime that have nothing to do with mecha that still end at Abaku. There's like a soccer anime where like they're like doing great. They're making their way up. They're getting into the finals of the tournament, and the finals of the tournament zoom out, and it's on Abaku. As like 4 different Gundams are fighting.
It's just like a field and zoomed out. There's a window in the background in space.
Cassilia Zabi is like on the bridge as Char is like floating up. She sees him with the bazooka. She gets from her seat to try and run for the door and just Sheikah. Sheikah.
No, not really. Could technically heal same with the machine gun, I guess. Right.
You have a romantic comedy or a romantic story where, there's 2 lovers kind of will they won't they thing going on, and the guy is like really obsessed with his job, and at the tail end it's like there's always that like slight
His job is
possibility.
like a maintenance
Yeah,
worker.
he works at Abaku. You literally like see him just like standing at a window staring out, and it pans out and he's just on Abaku. It's like you do that fucked up movie.
It's like, honey, I love you. War outside.
Still genuinely possibly the funniest thing that has ever been filmed. So there was a romantic movie that was like very much a like the guy is like very obsessed with work, but like finds his woman. Like it's Robert Pattinson too, which is fucking great. Very like will they won't they. I want to say the movie is titled like Remember Me or something like that, like whatever. Whole movie runs, and the final shot of the movie is like he's just made the decision to focus on his career, and she's like a school teacher, right? And so she's like getting ready for class in the morning, and it's like him kind of staring longingly out the window of his office, like looking out, and you know, like just like very clearly, like, you know, he's made his decision to focus on his work, but like there's that little bit of like regret and like sadness and whatever, and he's standing there, and so just you're kind of thinking like, oh, like maybe he'll, you know, change his mind down the line, they'll get back together, whatever. And it's cutting back and forth between her getting the classroom ready and him and his thing. Yeah. And like she's sitting there like, you know, putting stuff at the desk and, you know, writing the agenda on the board. She starts writing the date on the board, and she writes September 11th, 2001. And it cuts back to his office, and it pans out, and he's standing on like the 30th floor of the World Trade Center.
And there's the sound of a plane going by as it cuts to black. It's called Remember Me. It's from it's 2010. The rest of the movie is unmemorable, except for it ends with 9/11.
Yeah, it ends with 9/11. It is the wildest thing.
Oh, that's a choice.
Again, literally nothing else about this movie is remarkable. It is an incredibly generic, like, romance movie.
Okay. I think you guys are completely incapable of doing anything over here. Okay. No, it's still out of range. Okay. Let's see. Over there.
I mean, you can't just move it forward, too. There's actually one spot directly forward you can move it.
No, I'm trying to line it up with this stupid thing. You should be... Go here. No. That's probably a lot of evading. Okay. That one. All right.
In range. So it's range of 6.
Yeah. Not gonna get to anything. Yeah. All right. By all means, step closer. Oh, okay. I'll take that.
Max improving.
You don't really need the Trans Am system for this.
I don't, but probably should put that on demo actually because we haven't seen it.
Oh boy, 6 Augos.
Yep.
That'll be a whole like 12,000 capital.
Oh, thank God you're on your scale back.
Yeah, they basically refresh every time you hit the generation break.
Yeah.
As an aside, Augos sounds like the fan name for a VTubers community.
Yes. Okay. Ow.
Yeah, the Dendrobium
I mean, it's
doesn't
still the
fuck
fucking
around.
Dendrobium. Like,
Oh, I know, but I mean, there's nothing else near him, so it's not that big a deal.
Nothing else is gonna hit him, so he's gonna die in his effort.
This is a beam weapon. What else do we have on this thing?
the Crosswind X3 should have non-beam stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Forever Gundam should have the Gundam hammer.
Actually, mostly has beam stuff.
Literally, the 2 attacks you didn't look at are not beam.
Okay, that thing I can't use, and a Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forever Gundam, yeah.
I can't like also not gonna do much damage because also didn't do that much damage back.
No. Okay. Funnels are not beams. Cover. Yeah.
Good enough.
All right.
Yeah, we still have to deal with the GPO3,
Yeah, but it's the regular.
but
it's
it's the
not.
GPO3, not the Dendrobium. So
It doesn't have beam resistance, so
it does not have a giant shield.
No, the Stamen is decent, but still not like a. It's not busted like the Dendrobium is.
you get into a useful position. Yes. Okay. Okay, I'll go.
That should be good enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did more than that to the Dendrobium. It will absolutely do that to the Stamen.
Echo.
Especially considering it was a more powerful attack than what I used on the Dendrobium. Mostly because the Dendrobium would have laughed at a beam weapon. stuff up here, and you need to move away.
Those other units in first?
Yeah. You guys are not.
Those guys are way
going
out
to.
of range.
Yeah.
But might as well move towards it, because one of them has like 10 energy left. So,
Yeah. This one's for this ship anyway, so.
I mean, also keeping in mind that there's a decent chance that stuff's going to spawn over there on the generation break.
Even if it
Or
does,
could
it has
spawn-
10 energy.
Or it could spawn in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And regardless, 10 energy is not going to do anything regardless
Yeah.
of what shows up.
Yeah.
Alright, it's also moving that ship out of the way so that...
Setsuna can move up, yep.
So it's
Yeah.
basically have like 2 trash units left, 2 or 3 trash units left. And Bushido.
Yeah, there's a few of them up top with
There's the
Salvatore. There's like 3 of them, I think.
There's 3 Jinxes over here, basically.
Yeah.
And Alejandro, by definition, is actually trash. So. I think
Not take another 8k. Back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's move this. Let's see. One. It needs. Yeah. Can pull up here. All right. What else is on here? Which I don't think I've changed much of freaking. No, not really. I think I'm good on that. I think it was 4 for that one.
It depends upon what we want to get. It's either 5 or 8.
It was 5 or 8? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, what we want to get it is ideally into some wing.
Yeah, it'll be
some-
5. It'll be 5 for regular wing.
Yeah, some wing Gundam of some sort and not a basic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The 5 was Wing Gundam, 8 is the Endless Waltz wing.
yeah.
Not Wing 0.
Yes.
Endless Waltz wing.
Not Angel.
All right, so
Hey, look at that.
Mr.
Yep.
Bushido's coming to us.
Then I guess you didn't live. Bitch.
But never surpassed the Gundam.
ガンダムいざ尋常に勝負付き合い覚悟引導を渡す 遅い
just outright the Susano.
Yeah. What did you think he was in?
He has like 12 suits.
Yeah, no, it's like this.
He has
point-
like 12 suits, and this is actually from the end of the series, not before the end of season 1, which is where the rest of this plot is taking place. Just to be that much more confusing.
Yeah.
You know what? You can just die.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember Alejandro Corner showing up to stop Operation Stardust at the end of season 1.
I know, but it's usually like crossing between series as weird, not within its own series. That's the
Director's cut.
Is it a deleted scene? The other unit attack from further away. Maybe if I melee the Queen Mantha, that'll work. Oh no!
Well, it would if you're at full health. Because yeah, this isn't going to kill it. It's not going to do
Oh
crap.
my,
to
a
the
crit
Mantha.
for 1500.
Yeah.
And hey, look, weakened trash for the basic Wing Gundam to go take out.
Yeah, exactly.
Part of the thing is attacking the Queen Manthas. Even if the Queen Mantha doesn't kill them, it is basically immune to any attack.
Yes.
It's like, behold, a crit. What was that?
Alright.
Behold, a crit that did significantly less than a regular attack on most units.
Sure, why not?
争い私がも
Oh, shut up.
Joy's victory! Oh no!
Awesome, now to get closer to you.
Probably weaken him down a little bit more. or have only used ground to support attacks when it sits in attacks.
Yeah.
Can do 14 cannons down.
Move this ship over, basically. Oh, wait. You. Oh, it makes up ships that you're on. Doesn't...
Those ships right there,
Oh.
so...
Yep. Yeah. Okay, that's everyone over here. You continue to exist. Yeah, we'll just move you closer. I literally don't care if it does eat a map attack, honestly.
Can your ship doesn't matter.
Probably isn't enough. Oh, no, wait.
Super crit.
Yeah, there we go. My work here is done. Okay, should be able to finish it from there.
Yep.
Now, granted, I think he has another form to go through, more than likely, but...
Oh, yeah, he almost certainly goes to the mobile suit that's within there.
Yeah.
May as well move the Ptolemaeus up as well, just to get it more centralized for when it inevitably turns on us and we blow the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Yourself a free GM armor.
Yep. A free thingy.
Money. It's money mostly.
We don't have one. So the thing is
Yeah, we
keep
don't
the
actually have
rub.
it, so... It's not like we need actual money. It's something to rub on stuff, I guess.
Yes.
It might unlock other armors.
I don't think there's anything left that we haven't already unlocked that it gets out of design.
Yeah, possibly, but the money
As I
is
said, money's not
equally
really
as...
concerned.
Yeah.
Oh no, 8,000.
Yep.
Alright, so... Now to hit it with our sword.
I'll support.
Yeah.
Just in case.
See it.
武力による戦争根絶
Yeah. Alright.
You move down to still have the equipment at the
Yeah.
range for support.
It's like...
At the corner should be fine. You have a range 2 attack.
Okay.
Move over. Over to the right one.
Here.
Up one.
And then up one.
Up one. There you go.
Okay. I'm having trouble seeing this area because
The
of
purple
overlapping areas.
master range is not the most easy thing to see on the space background.
No.
Nope, still not in
No,
it.
still not
It's
working.
only range 2 for the master. Well, enough.
Wait, Oh, she's out of range.
Out of range for the
Oh, shit,
actual
range. Yeah, that'll do it.
funnels.
Yeah.
Just sorting some stuff from the reinforced to soften him.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not getting close enough. Okay.
Some capture. It's like, Jesus. Get back to your units. I don't know what to do it.
Got 6k left, I think, on him now. That should be easy enough, especially with attack up.
Yeah. Let's see.
I mean, if you move back one, you can do the cannon, which is more powerful.
Let's see if that's good enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just barely, but it's all that matters.
Oh no, the Corner family's ambitions.
Generation break. Second.
Yeah, another map.
Yeah.
To Berg.
I'm gonna be real with you, fanboymus. I gave up on the Cosmic Era about 3 episodes into it. Like, none of it makes any sense.
What's Cosmic Era?
Hmm?
Which one is Cosmic Era?
That's Seed.
Oh, that is Seed. Yes. I don't remember all the different era names besides like After War and New Report.
Well, double O's should be real easy.
Oh,
It's Anno Domini.
oh fair enough.
Double O is just like, no, this is just ours.
I remember Wing is New Report, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, and
Well, that is the title. It's not actually the era.
No,
name.
it's. I believe it's actually after Colony.
I believe after Colony is Wing. Some of them do share the the title and the era are shared, but most of them the era is a different name than the title.
and Galahorn.
Oh, Iron Blooded Orphans.
That is After Calamity.
I believe
It's something.
so. I'll pull up the list.
It's something catastrophe, I think.
It's in the Catastrophe Calamity. Involved in the name.
So there's Universal Century, obviously. Future Century, which is G Gundam. After Colony / Mars Century, which is Wing. After War, which is X. Correct Century, which is Turn A. Cosmic Era, which is Seed. Anno Domini, which is Double O. Advanced Generation, which we don't talk about. Reguild Century, which is G-Reco. Post Disaster, which is Iron Blood Orphans.
Okay, yeah.
And
G-Witch and G-Witch.
it's Adstella, actually.
What's that?
G-Witch actually is Adstella.
Ah, okay.
They actually do have a name.
That's right. The title of the just New Report. For some reason. Look at those newsers over there.
That's a lot of stuff for a map I'm just going to immediately abandon.
I don't know what you're talking about. The colony.
I mean, the character's name isn't protagonist, Fanboymus. He's the protagonist of Silver Phantom. It's supposed to be you. Like, it's also why he doesn't have a face.
Self-insert character.
Like, yes, he has a canonical, like, backstory in the sense that they wrote, like, 2 lines to explain how he's involved in the events of Silver Phantom.
Break trigger. Odin defeats Valder in 5 turns.
Also, let's be real here. Even if his name actually were protagonist, that's not even the top 10 of stupidest names Gundam characters have ever been given. As far as Silver Phantom ever being used in SRW, I don't know if the actual plot of Silver Phantom would, but I could definitely see them using the Delta Zion. Especially because SRW and G-Gen really love their Delta variants. Which is fair, the Delta's a cool design.
G-Cannon. Mass Production Gundam F91, Harrison color. Alright. Where the hell are we? This can just be blown up. Oh.
It has a bunch of health, that's about it.
Yeah. That's the yellow booster, yep. Alright.
We wait for them to switch maps. We can kick the shit out of them.
Yep.
And presumably for the Grand Cross to move for several turns before we can get to a place where we can actually switch maps.
Centralize you a bit more. You can actually... Alright. Good. You're not really on anyone, so... You are on top of the Grand Cross, however.
Oh, South Burning is nowhere near the top of weird Gundam names.
My personal favorite is still Bring Stabity. Brave Cod.
Like, Bring Stabity is good, Brave Cod is good. I mean, Paptimus Scirocco.
Shamatov Hyman.
Quattro Bagina.
Okay, but that's intentionally a fake name. Like, again, the thing to remember is Paptimus Scirocco is on that dude's birth certificate. Like, Quattro Bagina is just, I made up a fucking name.
People are like, why did you call yourself Quattro Bagina, Char? Yeah, Paptimus Scirocco and Shamatov Hyman are just those dudes' names.
Yeah, we have nothing up here.
And
okay.
then, like, the bazillion code names that exist in Double O. Or O,
Yeah.
Double O.
Yeah.
Where everyone has some stupid code name.
Yes, just in general. I mean, okay, ostensibly still in the realm of they're all technically just sort of bullshit made up names, but they are also like those particular people don't actually have other names, like Bring Stabity, Healing Cure,
Felt's Grace,
A New Returner.
Revive, Revival. Yeah, we never get another name for any of those characters. That's effectively the only name.
Well, that's the thing. They don't have other names. Those are their names. It's just they're effectively artificially created people who were just kind of given those names.
It's whoever named them hates them.
Almost certainly Ribbons.
Probably Ribbons.
Because there are other Innovades that
don't have those names.
Yeah, that have normal fucking names, or at least normal by the standards of that series.
I mean, like it is that specific group all have those names. Yeah. That's why I didn't say the Innovade names, because there's also, if I remember correctly, there's an Innovade whose name is like Luke.
Yeah.
Or something like, it was something like a completely normal ass name.
All the OI ones are basically normal names.
Yeah. But it's like, there's like this whole list of like known Innovades. It's like, A New Returner, Bring Stabity, Steve.
Congratulations, y'all came down a map.
Our actual target did.
Our actual target did not come down a map. He is up here.
Yeah, his whole little section of Ego are still there.
Yeah, but
the front rank of enemies came up.
Basically, I expect them to come down anyways at a certain point, so it's not that big a deal. Okay, so who the fuck, I believe it's just you, are standing in the way of this big stupid ship? Yes, okay.
Yeah, that's right. There it is. So you have like all of these ones. You know, you've got Grave Violento and Bring Stabity, Divine Nova, Revive Revival, Flinch Break, and then over here in Catherine you have Brad. Just like, I mean, he is an Innovade.
Like, at least with, like, South Burning, I could see an actual person with the name of South Burning.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
South is a bit strange to name your kid, but, like...
I mean...
There are people named North in our
Yeah, I was going to say, like literally, like, Kanye West's kid is named North. Like... But yeah, it's like it's easy enough to point at like code names and stuff and be like, well, that's a weird name, but it's like, yeah, but it's like a code name or a fake name. But then you legitimately have to reckon with the fact that there's like a man in the Universal Century who on his fucking birth certificate it says his name is Bork Cry. You know, like. You know, it's like somewhere out there, some bank in the after colony, a man has stepped up to the counter and the teller is like, "Hi, can I look up your account for you?" It's sure. It's under the name Broom Brooks, and the teller's like, "The fuck it is."
Can I see your ID? I don't want to show my ID.
Ooh, that's a fun one I haven't run across before. What fucking series is that? Huh, okay. Apparently in Mobile Suit Gundam Aggressor, which is some sort of UC side story manga, there's a character named Buzz Gant. And not like the nickname Buzz. Like that it's not in quotes or anything. His name is Buzz. Okay, well, you're a turn A character, so your name's inherently going to be fucking stupid anyways. Cancer Kafka. But it's also genuinely highlighted because you just have people hanging around that honestly have, like, totally fucking normal names. Like, hey, look, over here is Carl Dawson and Andrew Walfeld. And
Yeah,
like,
those are normal names.
you know, Catherine Bloom.
Entities.
Huh?
I'm looking up Gundam Aggressor now because I wanted to check and see if they got to Abaku at some point. It's a currently running series, so it doesn't look like they have yet, but they could make it. But one of the entries for like characters is incorporeal entities.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay. Ah, Liechtenstein Barbosa.
Oh, I hate that. I'm gonna have to use that as a name at some point.
Oh.
One of the characters from Blue Destiny is Clust Moses. Chlust. Like, that just feels bad to say.
Apparently, Aggressor also contains a prototype pre-Pale Rider suit. Red Rider.
Hmm.
Yeah, a test moment suit they made before me. Ongoing series
Yeah.
with like 19 volumes. It's been running for like 10 years. Does not look like they make it to Abaku.
Yet. Oh, right. Kumpa. No, it fucking isn't.
But
A character who is from the MSX Design series and also shows up in some of the Gihren's Greed video games. Den Berserk. I'm the pilot of the heavy Gundam, Den Berserk. Somebody remove that man's pilot qualification. Ah, right. Who could forget the great F-90 pilot, Def Stallion? Yeah, it's just extremely highlighted because it's like there are people with totally fucking normal names. It's kind of like fucking like Star Wars in that way too, where you have like, here's the leader of the rebellion. Her name is Mon Mothma, and here's our radar technician Bob Hudsel. Like, what?
oh, he's a radar technician. What don't you get?
Ah, yes, the totally normally named character that we don't talk about because she's named for really uncomfortable fucking reasons. One of Al's classmates in 0080, whose name is Dolores Hayes.
Oh,
Yes.
Which is a choice.
Yeah.
Not a good choice.
No, it is not.
And there's zero chance it was accidental.
Okay, right. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I knew I had heard of Aggressor before, and it was not clicking with me from fucking where. That's where the Red Rider is from.
Yes, it is where the Red Rider's from. A prototype suit before the Pale Rider.
Yeah, it eventually got developed in the Pale Rider.
Basically uses a test bed for it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the Hades system, so it has the Ares system.
Yeah.
Which I presume was not based on data gain from the soul of a new type. Probably doesn't hijack its pilot. I could be wrong.
Doesn't see anything specific about that. However, it does note, reduces the Red Rider's limiter, increases its movement performance by 150% for 300 seconds. However, it places a heavy load on the pilot and runs a high risk of killing them. In the event that the heart stops beating, a shock resuscitation program called the RIMVA is activated.
Okay, so it's still fucked up. It's not as fucked up.
Okay, yeah, no, Aggressor is absolutely another gold mine of great names. Because you've got your protagonist, Chase Skullguard.
Chase Skullguard.
You've got Corporal Frankie Kruger.
And there's Liechtenstein Barbosa in there somewhere.
Liechtenstein Barbarossa, Heinz Highway.
Heinz Highway was in there.
Buzz Gant, as previously mentioned. We're not going to bring up the members of Grave because those are all obviously code names. Nobody is naming their child Snowman.
Yeah. They're all call signs, effectively.
I don't see any character details, but there does not seem to be any indication that, considering they have a rank alongside it, I'm going to assume that Sergeant Brick is his real name.
There's also like a Captain Dagger.
Yeah, Captain Dagger of the Dagger Corps.
Coordinate weapon. I have to read this just because.
And then, yes, incorporeal entities including the Nightmare World and the Amaria Me.
Yeah, which is just like, what?
Alright. Alright. Now leave that summon to you guys. I'm curious. So I'm pretty sure you just have... Yeah, same thing. Okay. Oh, that should be mostly good. Oh, that, okay. Thank you for attacking one of the few units that can damage you. Alright. Range 4. Yeah. myself. All right. All right, there's level 5. at the ship. God damn it. Do you not have a 3-range weapon? No,
No.
you literally don't have 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 4.
Dead zone.
I can't rewind.
Yeah, we
Fuck.
just talked to the break. Whatever.
Yeah.
For the impact. Whatever.
Yeah.
Alternatively, maybe on the opponent's turn, he moves and attacks.
And that is possible because
Yeah.
If he steps in by like 1, or goes into melee, should be fine.
Yeah, he likes to use shoulder. He'll move, but I don't know. The other alternative is whenever I save last, which is probably not that far away.
Does the emulator itself not have a rewind function?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, it does. It's not currently mapped, and it's complicated.
I mean, what emulator? We're playing this on a totally different Goblin game.
Or you could just attack a different unit, yeah.
Yeah, you can just kill it.
Yeah.
Miss the impact, whatever.
It's some XP and we don't get to capture the GN, that's not a big deal.
We can literally come back through off stream and redo this one and get the impact break. We're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Also, it's already like 4:30. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
A cell phone.
Yep.
All right, and with that, since we're already a bit past our normal time anyways, even though we started way late, we're going to go ahead and call it there for this round of Super Robot Sundays here on Sound Goblin Gaming. Thank you all for joining us as we continue our playthrough of SD Gundam G Generation Overworld. We'll be back tomorrow as we continue our Pokemon journey in the Lands Between region as we take on the Elden Ring DLC. And on Thursday, we'll be continuing more Control as we continue to investigate the Federal Bureau of Control and learn the mysteries that abound there as we continue exploring the Remedyverse. And right back here next Sunday with more SD Gundam G Generation Overworld. Until then, I've been Bograt.
I've been the Krampus.
I've been Chiv.
And I'm Vincent.
Have a good one, everyone.